In this video, we're going over the fourth set of exercises in our hip series for rehab. So these are all stretches. So these are all things that are going to help stretch and release the hips. So we're going to start with child's pose. So for child's pose, you can start on your hands and knees. Then you want to make sure that your toes are together, your big toes. And then go ahead and open your knees a little bit wider. And go ahead and sit back into that. Get your hips as close to your heels as possible. Let your arms glide forward and rest your head. Just breathe. Nice deep breaths. Okay, so now I'm just going to gently release myself out of this pose here. And for these next two, we're actually going to be on our back. So I'm going to go ahead and flip over. I'm going to start with the happy baby pose. So for happy baby, I'm lying flat on my back. I'm going to bring both knees in towards my chest. And I'm going to bring my toes up until I can grab them. And then keep your legs bent and just kind of rock back and forth. And you should begin to feel your legs sink a little deeper into your hip sockets. Should feel a good stretch on the inside of your hips. And you should start to feel the small of your back gets closer and closer to the mat until it's fully on the mat. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and release out of happy baby. So for this next stretch, what I'm going to do is a figure 4. So I'm going to keep one leg bent. I'm going to take this other leg. I'm going to turn it out. I'm going to cross my ankle just below my knee. I'm going to point my knee as far out to the side as I possibly can. And also want you to know that I'm keeping my toes flexed here. This is really going to help protect the knee joint. And then you should feel a stretch right here already, maybe in the inside of your hips, in your glute muscles, and then also down the side of your leg. Now to get a deeper stretch, I'm going to bring this other knee in towards my chest. I'm going to wrap my hands around the back of my leg. Just let myself relax into this. Okay, go ahead and release, and then make sure you do that on the other side. So now this leg is bent. My other leg, I'm going to cross my ankle over my knee. I'm going to turn that leg out from the hip socket, point my knee as far aside as possible, keep my toes flexed. I'm going to bring this knee up, wrap my hands around the back of the leg, and get a good stretch here. Okay, so for the last stretch, we're actually going to do a lunge. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to sit up, I'm going to flip over. So I'm starting on my knees here, so make sure you're on a soft surface so we can protect those knees. I'm going to bring one leg forward. I'm going to gently lean forward. Want to make sure I keep my heel up. I don't want to lean so far forward that it starts to pop off the ground. Keep that heel down. And then to get a little deeper into this stretch, you should really feel your hip flexors in the front of your leg stretching. What I'm going to do is the leg that's behind, I'm going to take that same arm up and over. And that's really going to increase the stretch across the front of the hip. It's also going to give you a good side stretch here. So now I'm going to switch legs. Other leg is in front. Gently press forward. Arm up. And stretch over.